can we like on to the next thing? And I don't know how this happened, but he had ordered cheesecake, and the next thing I know, cheesecake is like flying in my mouth, and I'm like,
the nigga was too stunned to speak.
what the hell? Everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are back for another story time. So I know y'all probably been like, sir, we come on now. We need you to keep up, you know. And I'm trying. I'm just trying to do a million things at one time, guys, and it's just been a little challenging, but we getting there. Just thank you for being patient with me. So this story time is a story time that you guys did go ahead and vote for on the poll. Thank you so much for voting. If you did vote, definitely anytime you guys see them, I've noticed that my ratio to view to people clicking is not, listen, and I know most of y'all are viewers, so don't be complaining about content and you're not voting.
I would like to see it.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing. I need y'all to vote. But hey, you know, I'm not gonna tussle with y'all too much today.
Girl, hell no.
But before we do go ahead and get into the story time, as you guys can see by the title below, I did decide to go on a date, and yeah, it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna title this video yet, but just know it wasn't horrible. He was just doing too much, and I'll just be like,
Child.
no, stop. Like you're doing the most. You're doing the most, and I'm just not here for it. But anyways, before we go ahead and dive into this video, y'all like the hat? Do y'all like the hat? Do y'all see the hats? Shop Shattered Hearts. Definitely I will have everything down in the description box below about how to purchase. Also, here is their Instagram. Definitely go ahead and check out my guy Malik. He is the one that carries the brand, and he's also a very, very dope photographer. If you guys have seen, you know, some of my little sexy pictures, you know, my little grown photos from my
I would like to see it.
25th photo shoot, he was the one who did that shoot. So definitely hit him up if you ever need a shoot. He's in Georgia and Florida. That's where he works predominantly. So yeah, definitely go and check him out. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this story time, child. All right, so this story time actually takes place when me and Toxic were kind of like, and if you don't know who Toxic is my ex.
The ghetto.
When we had moved here to Atlanta. So at this time, I wasn't looking to date, and I'm really and truly not looking to date now even. So if y'all have a question as am I seeing anybody, or am I talking to anybody, or am I entertaining anybody, the answer is no. No, I'm not. I have a lot of things that I'm trying to focus on right now. I'm trying to get some more things together for you guys, things of that nature, all of that. So dating is just not, it's not on the top of my list at all. It's there. It's just like down there somewhere.
Yup.
I ain't even gonna hold you. It's not giving that I am really like catering to be on the market or anything like that, because I'm really not. But anyways, so yeah, this story time kind of takes place like when I kind of first just got here, and oh my goodness, and it's almost been 5 months since I've been here, guys. Like, it's crazy. And I, you know, was on a certain application. If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all know, LGBTQ friendly app for men. Y'all already know what app I was on, and this individual had hit me up for a haircut. So he came and got his haircut and everything, and this is what I'll be talking about. The fact that they be using this as a leverage. don't go ahead book a haircut with me, and then knowing that you already got another barber and everything, you're not planning on seeing me on a regular basis for haircuts, but you trying to holler at me.
I think somebody trying to set me up.
I believe that.
It's giving like, no, like don't use that way to try to holler at me, because I'm just not, like, to me it's an automatic turn off. If that's what you wanted, just say that. Just say it. If that's what you're looking to do, just say that. I'd rather you be real with me and tell me that's what you're trying to do. Right? I mean, is that so wrong? Is that too much to ask? Like, I don't even know what they be seeing sometimes, because sometimes I be looking a hot, busted, beat up mess. I be trying not to come on camera looking too much of a hot mess for y'all, but y'all still love me, right? Right. So he comes to his appointment and everything. I cut his hair. We're having like casual conversation. Haircut goes fine. He leaves, and I get a text message probably like an hour or two later, basically like thanking me for the haircut and everything, and then also asking if I have like some free time soon so we can meet up and go ahead and have coffee and all this kind of stuff. Now, mind you, to kind of give you guys a backstory, a little bit of like a description of this guy, he was very much so like prim, proper, like very much so high-end vibes, and that's cool and everything, because as some people call me, they call me a little bougie. I really don't care. I just like things a certain way. I wouldn't really
You in my business? Yeah, don't do that.
call it bougie. I just like things a certain way. Like, I like to drive a certain type of car. I like to go to certain restaurants. I like to eat certain foods. I like to wear certain things. Like, I like to do certain things. Like, I don't really find that to be bougie too much. I just find that just to be a preference. You just have a particular preference of what you like, and I feel like if you work for it and you're able to do those things, it's not breaking anybody else's pocket, why does it matter? So, just to kind of give y'all a description of this guy. And me, like, I'm cool, I'm chill, whatever, and I'm like one of those things, I go off a vibe. So his vibe was kind of cool, so I was like, you know what, let me see, cool, whatever. I'm new here. I've been to Atlanta plenty of times, so I've been a little bit around the city, stuff like that. But it would have been nice. It would be nice to like meet somebody that's actually from Atlanta, to be able to take me out of the city and stuff like that. And cool, whatever. So we decided to go out. This was probably like, I don't know. He probably hit me up like, I don't know. He came and got his haircut like on a Wednesday or Thursday, and we had went out like that following Tuesday. Like, some days had went by, because at the time I was still doing Lyft and stuff like that. That was before my little Lyft break, and I was like, I haven't really been out anywhere. Sure, why not? So we arranged a time. He came to get me, and the one cool thing that I did like about him, I really wouldn't say about him. I liked his car. He has, if y'all know anything about me, I'm a BMW guy, but I love like muscle cars. Not to the point where I want to go own one, but I just like them. Like, I would love to go rent like a freaking a Challenger SRT or a Charger SRT. I love Tesla, stuff like that. So if you have like a car like that, I'm interested. Especially if you got a BMW, I'm really, really interested. Like, let's talk cars. Like if you do car talk, like that's my I fuck with you like heavy like that. So he pulls up or whatever. I get in the car and everything, and I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, this is really nice. We're talking about his car and stuff like that. And he tells me that we're gonna go to this place called Cafe Intermezzo. So mind you, I heard about this place, and I heard that influencers go there all the time. So you already know. I was like, word, we're going to Cafe Intermezzo, and we went to the one in Midtown. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, scoping out. As we're walking there, we had parked like a little bit of ways, and then we had walked there, and like as we're walking there, he kind of like trying to bring his arm over, and I'm looking at him like, bruh. No. So I kind of like politely like stepped away, and I was like, I'm good. So we walk there, we get there, whatever, and I've never been to this place before, but all I've heard is like a really, really nice high-end like cafe place. They have food, all these like cool little drinks. They have like alcoholic beverages and stuff like that too. So I was like, okay, cool. So, we get in, we sit down, we're, whatever. So y'all know like Atlanta's like, just be yourself haven. So, I was still kind of like, I feel like I'm out of place just a little bit, but not too much. Child, when I mean to tell you, I'm sitting there and I'm like looking around or whatever, and I'm just like, but I'm like, nobody knows you here, like whatever, like just chill out, relax. So I'm sitting there and everything, and we're talking and we're talking and we're talking, and I'm telling you, I cannot stand when somebody just talk. He was just talking, and all the things that he was just talking about, I'm just sitting there just like,
Child.
I'm already like bored. I'm uninterested at this point. I'm waiting for the drink. The drink comes out. Like I'm ready to get a little tipsy, and I did. I had two martinis, and I did get a little tipsy because y'all know I don't drink like that. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, bruh, can we like on to the next thing? And I don't know how this happened, but he had ordered cheesecake, and the next thing I know, cheesecake is like flying in my mouth, and I'm like,
The nigga was too stunned to speak.
what the hell? Why are you putting that in my mouth? And it wasn't really good either. It was like some raspberry cheesecake or whatever, and he was like, is it good? Is it good? I'm like, and I'm still trying to like process what the fuck just happened. I'm like, did he just fucking stick cheesecake in my mouth? That was strike number one. Strike number two. Now, I don't want anybody to look at me a wrong way or feel any type of way as I say this comment, but I'm pretty sure some of y'all could probably agree with me. I can't do the pastor thing. I'm sorry. I cannot do the pastor thing. I cannot. This whole like stigma of like dating individuals that work in the church, stuff like that, and all this kind of stuff. And he was telling me he was like this minister and all this kind of stuff. And y'all already know me. Like I'm planning on like moving out of the country like in a couple years. Like I'm trying to get myself together. And he's telling me like how he wants to get married and all this kind of other stuff. And I'm just sitting there, and I had to pause for a second. I said, "Question: when was your last relationship?" Like I just wanted to break the ice right then and there, because you just going down this laundry list of things that you want, and you just talking my ear off. And he goes, "Oh, I just broke up with my ex like maybe like 3 weeks ago."
Wait a damn minute.
I'm sorry, what? Huh? He's working with my ex 3 weeks ago. I said, oh, interesting. I said, I'm kind of in the same boat. I said, I'm not looking to date right now at all. And I don't think you should either. I think maybe you should heal. Maybe you and your ex can possibly work things out. He was like, no, we can't work things out. He like trashed my house and all this kind of other stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay. Okay. Like I'm just sitting there just listening to him. And I'm just like just the red flags are just like ding, 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 like they're just all going off, bruh. And I'm just like, yeah, I need to get away from this guy. Like I need to get away. So I was sitting there and I'm like, should I just get up and leave and order me a Lyft and then get up and leave? Or and I was like, Mari, don't do that. That's mean. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go through this date. So after probably yeah, I got to like my last drink, finishing it and everything. He was like, yeah, you ready to go? I'm like, mm-hmm. So we get up and we start walking, and like he's like walking around, like showing me, because we were in Midtown Atlanta, so downtown area. So he's like pointing out certain things, going over like some history and stuff like that with me about Atlanta. And I was like, okay, that's cool, that's fine or whatever. But I was just sitting there just like, I'm so ready to go. So he was like, oh, you kind of look tired. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, I do have to kind of get up early in the morning, which I did. I did have to go to go work. And we go ahead, we get to the car and everything, and he's like, oh yeah, I want to show you like the city and stuff like that. I'm like, honestly, can we just go ahead and I hate being that person, because I don't want to come off like it's rude. I don't want to come off like I don't want to be around you or anything like that, even though I kind of do feel that way sometimes. But I was like, you know what, fine. So like he shows me like, you know, we get on 75 and he's showing me like the city, like, you know, on my side, and I'm able to like see all the lights and everything. I'm like, yeah, that is really, really nice. I'm like, damn, I should have brought my camera to go ahead and take some content for you guys, but it's like whatever. So we eventually get back to where I'm staying, and he's like, did you enjoy yourself and all this kind of stuff? I'm like, yeah, I did, but I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't fake the funk no longer. I just went ahead and popped the question. I said, are you always like this? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, you're like, I feel like you're trying too hard. I said, I feel like you need to be who you are. I don't even want to give him a name. I almost just said his name too. I said, I highly doubt he'll ever see this video, but if he does, that's how I really felt about you. Sorry. Not sorry. But I was like, yeah, I just really feel like you should just be yourself. I feel like you shouldn't be rushing into anything right now. I feel like, you know, us hanging out, stuff like that. Like, I appreciate your time and everything like that and all of that, but I really don't feel like you should be pushing to like date or anything right now or anything like that, and I'm not trying to do the same either. He was like, oh, okay, well, you know, maybe I can win you over. And I was like, no, I really just feel like right now for myself especially, I need to be alone for a little while, and I don't need to date anybody, you know, in that aspect. But you know, I totally respect like what, you know, what you're trying to do and everything. I just don't think like right now it's just like, child, I'm just sitting there, I'm trying to be nice, and he's just like trying to like convince me, and I'm just like, I'm in the back of my head like, you have no facial hair on your face. Use a pasta. No. No. I just don't see it. I feel like we have nothing in common. I just don't see it. Like not once did I feel like he asked me anything about my interests or anything like that. I just really did not feel like he really genuinely cared. I think it was more of like, I like him and I want to get to know him and all that type of thing. And I'm just like, but what about me? Like, what about my interests? What about me? Like, you're the one that's taking me on the date. Let me do some of the talking. You know what I mean? So that was pretty much like the end of the day. I did see him one other time. We had went to go try to get ice cream, and we couldn't go get ice cream because it was late. And then we ended up going to like this donut place or whatever. And then we like sat and talked for a little bit. And then he like tried to kiss me, and that was it. And I was just like, yeah, I couldn't do it no more. So after I left from seeing him, I blocked him, and that was pretty much it. But I know I sound trash as fuck, right? Oh my gosh. But I'm just gonna say this, like, listen. If you watching this, you trying to get with me or whatever the case is, just be yourself. Just be yourself, you know. Like, try to have some sort of common interest with me. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you know I like to make content. I do YouTube. I cut hair. Like, I'm very, you know, goal driven. I like to be on my shit. Like, that's just honestly me. And if you just trying to just holler at me, just holler at me. Just don't even waste your time. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. But alright, y'all, that wraps up the story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't too shallow. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't drag me too much in the comments. But definitely go ahead and let me know, like, if you guys have ever went on a date and it just was not, it was just not it. Like, I don't know, I really feel like sometimes I'm a little too nice and I give too much of my time to certain people, but I'm kind of learning how to get out of that. But yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. But I appreciate you guys so much for checking out this video. Definitely go ahead and check out Shop Shattered Hearts, and I will catch y'all in the next one, and it'll be a vlog, so definitely stay tuned.